In this 5-minute demo, we'll cover how Satori can address the challenge of controlling access to sensitive data in a typical organization. We'll also touch on how Satori can help you discover data locations you didn't even know about. We're going to look at some simple actions in this 5-minute demo. Those specifically include connecting your source data to Satori, showing some of the built-in auditing and security policy features, how Satori can be used to detect explicit and duplicate granted permissions within your data store, how you can use Satori to automatically discover cloud data stores, and finally, our built-in user data portal, where users can request access to data. Here I have a simple select statement in a SQL query tool that is connected directly to Postgres on AWS RDS. As you can see, the data returns, but it also includes sensitive information that I'd like to manage better. The options I have today are to either create multiple versions of this database, to hide sensitive data, or to code complex controls on the data store. These approaches work great on a small scale, but most of the organizations we meet with already have hundreds of dashboards, tables, and different data stores that they don't have the appetite of redoing their entire infrastructure. By repointing the same SQL query through Satori, we get that same data returned, but the potentially identifiable information, PII, gets redacted. As you can see, without having to change the underlying query, I was able to onboard all my data access through Satori, which now monitors it. The Satori audit log allows you to obtain complete, uniform, and searchable data access audits for all cloud data repositories with full user access and data context. This allows you to monitor data access, how it gets generated, create compliance reports, investigate incidents, and conduct access reviews for all data stores from a single management console. That includes information such as what user made the query, what security rules within Satori did it match, where did this data come from, and even information like what sensitive information did that return, including did Satori take an action on that environment. After a day or two of monitoring the environment, Satori will see enough queries to know exactly where your sensitive data resides. When any data gets pulled, Satori will automatically catalog that information and identify where that environment includes sensitive data. Now I'd like to look at what permissions have been explicitly granted within my data stores. Satori calls this our posture manager. We will periodically analyze the security posture of connected data stores to help you understand who has access to what data and how. This is particularly useful for identifying duplicate paths to the same asset. As an example, this particular data user has access to a Snowflake environment through multiple different role hierarchies. Next, we'll look at how Satori automatically discovers all the data stores and what data assets get included in them. Once you've successfully connected your cloud accounts to the Satori management console, we enable different scanning types. Automatic, which self-adjusts to detect new data stores, as well as manual scanning of that cloud. The management console will provide you with notifications when the new data store or data asset becomes available. This means that a new database can be onboarded in the Satori console without even knowing it previously existed. Lastly, we'll take a look at what end users see before they try to access new data. The Satori Data Portal, or Personal Data Portal, is a data access app that links all your users' data sets into a single pane. This provides a personalized experience to each and every user that allows them to see what data they currently have access to and what data they can gain access. To recap all of this information, we looked at how utilizing the Satori platform can add a dynamic layer of masking and security to protect your data with no necessary changes to the underlying database. We reviewed how Satori can provide a unified approach to auditing that allows multiple data stores to be monitored without any configuration changes needed on that data store. We demonstrated how the Satori Posture Manager can help your team quickly understand who has access to what data implicitly and explicitly within the database. And finally, we touched on the Satori Cloud Discovery capabilities, which provide a magnifying glass into where data exists today. We also touched briefly on the Personal Data Portal, how users can get access to that data. For more information, please visit us at satoricyber.com.